Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey Bukaki, welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back to my channel if you're one of my 3 subscribers. It is currently Wednesday, October 30th. Tomorrow is Halloween, and I haven't posted in like 2 months, 2 or 3 months, so I thought I would get on here today and just tell a really scary and dark story. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm not encouraging this. I'm not enabling any whack behavior, but this is what I did when I was 16, and you guys can learn from my mistakes. I'm gonna keep my words very PG in this video because I know YouTube is very strict, so I'm not gonna say any of the harsh legal terms. I'm just gonna be telling you this story how it is without all the harsh details. So I want you guys to get a backstory. I want you guys to get a time period in your head of when this was. It was April, probably the night of lockdown happening, when the world was told that they have to stay in their houses, you guys can't leave, no one can see each other, is the night that this all happened. So we get all the news, we get the news that we can't leave the house, we can't get to school, and me and my friends are thinking, oh shit, this is our time to party, we don't have to go to school, we don't have to worry about homework, like, it's go time, like, let's hang out, like, frick the rules. I mean, frick the rules. So, that night, we had this girl that I met in, where did I meet her? I met her in one of my classes. She told me that she sells juice boxes. She sells juice boxes that'll get you turned. So I said, okay, girl, can you bring a juice box over to my house around 7, 8 o'clock? Leave it on my porch, and I'll leave the money there. She picked up the money. That doesn't matter. The point is, I call my friends. I'm like, okay, y'all, I got a bottle. And they're like, perfect. I have my mom's car. We're gonna sneak out. So I'm like, okay, I have to figure out now how I'm gonna sneak out, which this isn't the first time me sneaking out. I can tell you other stories about times I've snuck out, because boy oh boy do I have a notes page of it. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna sneak out, I'm gonna hop through the window, and we have a bottle. Perfect. My friends pick me up around 10 or 11, and we start driving, and we notice there are a lot of cops on the road. We don't get pulled over, but we notice there are a lot of cops on the road. Probably making sure people are inside their houses, staying asleep, staying inside. Well, we are one of the few cars on the road. It looks like a fucking ghost town. We are like, well, what do we do? We said, okay, let's go to our school. Let's go to our high school, and let's just drink a little bit, and then we'll figure out what to do. Well, after drinking a little bit, someone gets the bright idea that we should try to get into the school. They said, hold on. They said that they had knew someone before that had gotten into the school and it had worked. And so we should try and get into the school. So we are at the school just chilling, and I don't even want to say this out loud. It was 3 years ago. It was 4 years ago. I'm a new person. I don't do any of this anymore. I'm just telling you my experience and why you guys should not do stupid stuff. Outside, there's rocks. Outside, there's also, the school chairs that are connected to the desks that you, like, pop your back on, and the desk I'm talking about. Well, we grab one of those, pick it up, and we start... Later we found out that there were cameras put in place after the previous break-in because they didn't want it to happen again. So we finally get in after I want to say 10 minutes of trying to get in this building. We finally get in. We're inside and we're like, okay, what else do we do? We try to open the vending machine to get all the snacks because duh, free food. Well, that vending machine does not break. That glass was bulletproof. I don't know what it was, but it was bulletproof. That thing would not break. So after doing that, we're like, well, shit, nothing more to do. So we pull out our, like the chimney pipe. We pull out the chimney pipe, and we start piping in school, and not that kind of piping. We start piping in the school. We're like, okay, it's finally time to leave. We've been in here enough. Like, we gotta go. We gotta bounce. We gotta dip. We get in the car. All of us packs up. There's 2 people in the front and I think 3 people in the back. Wait, how many people? Let me count how many people there was. 5 people in total. 2 in the front, 3 in the back. We all get in the car, and one of my friends realizes that she lost her wax. It's not in her pocket. She doesn't have it. So me and one of my friends, not one of my friends, one of my friend's friends, not my friend at all, actually. One of my friends' friends are like, okay, me and her will go look for it. You guys stay in the car and get ready to go. So when we come back, we can just go. We're looking around the front entrance to see if we lost it. When we were getting in, we go and look around the school a little bit. Not too much, because we still want to go. So we finally are walking outside, and blue and red lights cover the streets. Like, blue and red lights cover the street walls. Like, the walls of the streets are just all red and blue. And me and the girl look at each other and we're like, fuck, what do we do? So me and her, we start running. We know this campus. We go to this school. We start running because we know all, like, the hiding spots and shit. We know how to get away because we would ditch campus all the time. We finally went through Arroyo and got into the neighborhood where the cops weren't, like, searching anymore, because the cops were looking up and down the streets, like, to see if anyone else was involved, because they knew exactly how many people there were. We get a call from all my friends that are in the car because they now had just gotten pulled over. I don't think they got in handcuffs. I don't think they got arrested, but they are now pulled over with the cops because of what just happened. Me and my other friend are down in the neighborhood, like, freaking out, and we get a call from the people that are pulled over. They say, bring in ID because we need to say someone's, like, above age. I'm like, I'm not above age. Like, I can't go back there. Like, we are all underage. I can't go back there. So me and that girl, I get an Uber to her house. I take her home, and then from there I go home in my Uber. A couple of days pass, and I'm just, like, feeling awful about it. I'm feeling so scared, and I don't want to, like, call the police and be like, hey, I was involved in this. Like, I thought I got off clean. Like, I didn't think I was gonna get in trouble. So I was like, I feel really bad, but I'm not getting in trouble, so, like, that's kind of good. Until I get a call from my mom, and she goes, the cops just called. Where were you April blah 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 of last month, or of this month? And I was like, I don't know why. Like, why? And she was like, well, the cops are saying that you are involved with a group of people in this event. And I was like, no, that wasn't me. That was not me. Sorry, that wasn't me. And my mom tells the officer, like, okay, that wasn't him. Like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't him. They sit me down and they're like, okay, So the officer called back and they're saying it's in fact you. They're saying one of the girls that you were with gave them your first and last name and told them it was you. So where were you this night? And I pulled my mom aside and I said, I'm going to tell you the truth because dad will literally beat my ass. I told her, I'm going to tell you the truth. Please don't scream at me. I told her, yes, I was involved. And yes, I was there doing those things. She freaked out as usual and she was like, okay, well, we have to tell your dad, but I'll tell him and then we'll talk to you. So I'll just tell him to try and keep it, like, try to keep you as intact as possible and not on the fucking side of the street sleeping in a tent. So she talked to him and basically they told the cops that yes, I was involved, and they put me on probation for 8 months. It's during COVID, everyone thinks they're gonna die, so they are not coming to my house. They're not making me go to the hospitals for drug tests. They're not making me go into like the court or wherever to do drug tests. Like, they're not monitoring me because it's COVID. Like, no one was doing anything during COVID. We were all terrified. So I did my 8 months of probation and they finally were like, okay, well, you're off probation, just don't do anything psychotic and stupid again. And I'm pretty sure they wiped it from my record. Pretty sure, because I was a minor. Pretty sure. But yeah, that is the story of the time that I got on probation because I was doing dumb. And I've learned my lesson and I will never break into a building again. Oh my god. So I'm gonna debate on posting that, but if you watch that whole video all the way through, please, 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 please don't have children. And if you do have children, I hope they are much, much, much well behaved than me. Yeah. Bye.